So we're talking to various developers and so forth and seeing what we can do with what properties that they have control over to build housing that's a little more affordable. And maybe in that situation, if we can get that done, and certainly if we see interest rates come down, then maybe we can get that where we have the transitional housing that our seniors can move into, and then open up the rest of the housing for our young families.
For your young families, because that is a really big issue. Well, one of the questions I probably would have asked, what you already said, how do we get developers and contractors to build a smaller home that they aren't going to get $600,000 for, but that will benefit the community? That has been, I think, our biggest challenge is how to tap into that.
And I think a lot of the developers are aware of that situation, but it's difficult even because the price of all the supplies that are out there have skyrocketed too.
It is.
And so that makes it even a bigger challenge.
It does. I do know one of the things that we have at the county with our SHIP program, we're going to be launching the new construction program where we are able to provide a subsidy towards the cost of the build. So I want to say right now ours is up to $250,000 in order to build the home, as long as they put an income qualified buyer. And so with $250,000, with some of the developers I've been talking to, you probably can get a 1,500 square foot home. That's probably about 2 or 3 bedrooms that either a starter home or someone who would like to leave their family home can afford. So that's one of the things that's on our horizons, and hopefully with the developer fee that comes with it, that can be kind of an incentive to see
and that's build. I think that's the key. There are incentive programs out there, and I'm glad to hear you guys are looking into those. That SHIP program is awesome.
Well, thank you.
It is. And so
a lot you can do with it.
A lot, and hopefully we can get things like that going. But like I said, and I say Niceville is kind of unique, and we all have our challenges. But like I said, we are landlocked, and we're not going to be able to get much bigger. And what we have is already being developed by, owners and so forth. And they're not there to lose money.
No. So how do we get them? How do we get them on our team?
Exactly.
And that's what I'm thinking.
And again, I think it is if we can incentivize them.
Yep.
But that's where we are at this point in time.
Okay. Well, that's really great. That's a step in the right direction. It's also that things that are being thought about. I think it's being thought up by you at the city level and also at the county level. I know I work really closely with all housing groups, whether that is Department of Health in their OCHIP housing work group, the TCPI with the military, and looking at how to help with their mission, because they are the young families that are coming in that can't afford. And with Niceville being right next to Eglin, I know that is
that's really a big thing too when you think about it, because the Eglin mission and supported by all the other military installations nearby. I'm talking Hurlburt Field, Duke Field, the Ranger folks, as well as the 7 Special Forces Group, etc. There's plenty of missions that can be done, but we need the personnel, and if we can't provide them housing that's affordable, it's difficult to bring them in and expand those missions.
Correct. Challenges. Lots of challenges.
Lots of challenges.
Well, with me, my job is while looking at SHIP, looking at other ways, whether that's receiving an allocation from the state or looking at other grants and things that we can bring in to help kind of mitigate those issues. I don't think we can solve the entire problem, but if we can move the needle just a tad, which I think...
That's right. We've got to start somewhere.
We've got to start somewhere, and I think you are working towards the right direction. I'm just glad we can all do it together.
Amen.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.